David Granger and Joel Wooldridge.
There we go. Thank you. And as I told you guys before, I have some inside pictures from the event that I'll share with you and the audience when we get an opportunity to look at it. But right now, we're waiting for the action to start here. In fact, why don't we jump over to the other table and then we'll work back into this and just watch this first board go off here, playing four spades in the West, and that was a fast four spades. Okay, so
Right.
one result in the room already,
Well, Zach was playing it. It's always fast.
and I'll keep you
Zach
posted.
and Michael kind of cancel out.
Wonder if there'll be any sort of like time penalty if that's what may be happening in the other room, or maybe there's just like a technology issue we won't know till later.
Do Eddie and the Colonel play often? I don't know that I've ever seen them play together.
Greg would know better than me for sure.
I don't know.
Sometimes you get some weird partnerships in this event. You'll have a professional team that includes a European pair or, some other foreign player, and they have to find an American to fill in. Uh, that's certainly what's happening with Zia and Corbell, right?
Yeah,
Because this
another
team has Madala and Bildy as their third pair for the nationals.
who are international players, so they unfortunately don't qualify for this event. And
Right. So they had to find a couple, chairs to play with, and they got Zia and Corbell.
Fleischer as well,
Yeah.
though, right? Doesn't Fleischer now play with Versace and isn't that part of his main team? And obviously has to change up for the U.S. trials, or am I thinking of someone different?
I don't know. Fleischer's been like having, he hasn't had a standard, like consistent team for a while.
Interesting.
He,
They finally seated each other at the other table there. So we'll get a sneak preview of this. This looks like it'll be a pretty straightforward auction. But let's jump into the other table. Now you see the action at both sides, and we'll keep a lookout on the other matches as well. Nickel is still very close, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
But here's the
Hopefully
first board
we'll
we missed.
get some fireworks from Zia at some point.
I saw him underlead at Doubleton yesterday for a nice score of an extra trick. So
Yeah,
we'll see
told me
anything.
about that.
And as you said earlier in the previous broadcast, Greg, when you were reading the system, Zia does what Zia wants. That's basically the system notes.
Yeah, Zia's doing Zia things. This is a strong club, by the way. So this two
So
club
this is
overcall
natural.
is just clubs.
Yeah. And if I can, I'm
Interesting.
gonna get that picture on the page for you.
The one club bid. It looks like it was just alerted but not explained. I don't know. Maybe something from the user interface here.
I can show it to you right here. Actually, it's just strong. That's all they've alerted it as.
Oh, interesting. I sometimes it puts a little like announcement thing on the.
It's weird. It puts an A first to let you
Yeah.
know that they're typing something, and then when it turns gray, it is updated.
I guess 2-0 here is just natural in game forcing. They would probably play double as like 6 or 7. That seems to be the most common um, treatment there. And in context now, East has a minimum, so I imagine they'll just bid 4 spades. Do we have an alert on the 2 no trump? Can we see what
We don't have anything noted. It
Okay.
is just this kind of, hey, this is something, but they haven't described it.
Okay.
So I'm guessing it can't be anything too super weird that they would think they need to.
Right. Doug Doug can be a deliberate player.
This is good. This is what we want, right? We want we want a little bit of a slower table this time. We were ahead last time. Now we'll be a little bit on this side of things.
So the double here is just lead directing. It says I have a club honor, like if you have ace queen fifth. Don't be afraid to lead it.
And Dan wants that because he can see he's getting rough pretty quickly in that suit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna share this picture for everybody here. This is, and I'll share it to my.
Yeah,
I don't think my guys can see it unless you're watching the YouTube channel. This is Zia and Doug Simpson playing bridge, guys. They're tucked under the covers together. They're two in a room, so usually it's a table and you have tablets opposite each other. But at the beginning, sometimes they leave the bed in the room. So Zia and Doug are just chilling out, playing bridge, just like you would be on a Saturday afternoon, sitting in bed, playing in the U.S. team trials, and there it is. And I'll give you a better view of it. But do you see it, Greg, now and Adam?
That's on the stream. Yeah.
This is great.
Incredible.
This is bridge in 2024, guys. Two opponents playing bridge and getting it done.
I love it.
So let that. It isn't the most athletic sport, but you can relax while you're playing it for sure.
Oh, that reminds me. We were talking about 120 boards and this being a test of endurance. We've seen certain sports in the last, I don't know, few decades that kind of underwent a revolution when people realized that certain aspects of physical fitness were actually really crucial to. I mean, I'm thinking in particular of golf.
Yes, exactly.
Some people like Tiger Woods and stuff like that who said, yeah, like you can be John Daly and smoke and drink and be overweight and still do really well, but look what happens when you really put in the time. And I kind of wonder if you're playing 120 boards every 2 days and you have to play for a whole week, like we know that physical fitness and mental acuity are related, and if we would ever see like a team of
you can ask a person that we both all know real well, Joel Wooldridge.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of went from being, and I don't think he would be upset with saying he was way out of shape, back in the, and he mentions that he noticed a big difference in his bridge game just because he was more present for a longer period of time just because of the shape he was in. That's a great point, Greg, because mind sports benefit from physical fitness as well. That's just it seems logical.
I mean, Joel went vegan or something.
Yeah, he is all, and honestly, John Kreniak as well would be a good question. How do you feel now? He's running marathons and everything compared to how you used to.
Yeah.
It's a great point, and it's just Gavin also another player that tries to at least.
Right. Graham probably does plenty other stuff that's not great for his body.
I think a lot of bridge players might have vices that cause problems with their bodies, but.
So this is interesting. So the going back to this hand. East originally bid 4 clubs and it got doubled, and then the director got called and it got rolled back.
I didn't even notice this. Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened, if there was like a misclick or whatever. And I don't know if the double is considered authorized information, or Rodwell might not have even seen the double if
it's a tray situation, right?
Right. Because we got to remember that the kibitzers see the bids immediately,
the players
but
don't.
The players at the thing still have to push like a virtual tray, so that there's no tempo information. So we get to see the tempo, but they don't.
And let's expand on that just a little bit. What we mean by virtual tray, a lot of you haven't played in these events where we're kind of behind screens in the traditional sense. Usually the bids are made on one side of the table between the people that are sharing the screen side. And then when those bids are completed, the tray gets slid over, and virtually that's what's happening. You're getting advised of 2 bids basically when the tray comes to you, and you're not sure who's hesitated and so on and so forth.
So like in the rooms, they're in separate hotel rooms. So north and east are together, Zia and Doug, and south and west.
South, yeah.
Right. And so, Zia makes his bid and Doug makes his bid. And only at that point do Dan and Eric see the 2 bids
Both
come
bids, exactly.
at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just another security thing.
Zia probably never saw that Dan doubled 4 clubs.
Right.
And Rodwell didn't either, or else he would have gone up with the ace of clubs.
Right.
Presumably.
That would be. I'm gonna I'm gonna dip out for 30 seconds here and go
You
downstairs
take
and
your
get my
time.
second DoorDash order since I sent my first one to my office by mistake.
I don't know
I'll
if
be
you,
right
you
back.
didn't hear it at the beginning, Adam, but Greg did exactly what I've done many times, and a lot of my friends have. When you order DoorDash or Uber Eats to your work address, and then you go
Yeah.
home and
Yeah.
you
Oh,
order Uber Eats to the same work address. I've had a couple of my dinners delivered to Honors Bridge Club and Cavendish Bridge Club when I was home. So,
yeah.
David, thank you so much for the chat there. It's an effort, but we're happy to bring some of the best bridge in the world to you. So, thanks for watching. Once again, all across the world. Yeah, so the screen situation here, and pretty much always, it's always been northeast, west, south, right, for screens.
I think so.
I can't remember it being any different, but that's basically the way it is. So that's why, if you guys saw the picture we flashed up there, Zia and Doug Simpson are in the same room, and Eric and Dan will be in the same room as well with their tablets. They're playing virtually, and of course, thanks to Adam and Greg also. This Don't tell Dan. This is the best broadcast for sure. It's nice to have these two guys here. I hope we'll have you guys again if you're available.
Absolutely.
Right.
Easier for me on the weekends, but and Greg, he just started a new job.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm sure we can find some time. The long event.
Uh-huh.
Are you doing just the open, or are you doing it for all?
I'm gonna do the mix. I think the mix will probably start in the semis. I think that makes sense for that event, but gonna do the full pull on that too for each session. Greg, did you order the same exact thing, or did you have a change of heart?
No, I ordered something quicker.
Okay, because the hunger level was that dangerous.
Well, yeah, I mean the first thing was going to take a while, but I ordered it in the first set to coincide with the break. And
yeah. Well, I apologize that we've interfered with the lunch schedule, but I'm glad.
No, look, I have this.
Oh, that looks amazing.
It's like got pesto and basil and potatoes and stuff.
Just relax. Just take a deep breath.
So it's interesting here. At the other table, we saw Eddie overcall 1-0 Trump with South's hand, and Dan here doubled. It's 18, so it's at the very top of the range, but with the 5-4 shape.
He's treating it like a little better hand, basically, like 19.
And here they also, it was a diamond opening because they play precision, and in the other room it was
a club.
A club.
Yep.
So I don't know if that makes any difference.
They stop in the same 2-heart contract, and again, South is very confident he's shown his hand even more so here than at the other table. So
it looks like they were in 3 hearts at the other table.
Yeah, it's funny. They got to 3 hearts maybe because they had some competition. Did they get pushed here, or did they just decide to go up?
The nickel match is now tied, by the way.
Ooh, nice. Oh, so yeah, it went a club of no trump. That's what we saw initially, Adam, and then it went 3 clubs by the Grossack hand here.
Sure.
Pass, double, pass, 3 hearts. So they pushed him, and they're probably going to get. Well, we'll see if we'll get reward for that.
So how's this going to play? Like, East has most of the strength, but certainly not everything. Right, ace king of diamonds lead.
Right, especially because partner's so broke, right? They can count to like 34-ish, 35.
Right. Interesting. He played the 8 of diamonds. They must play standard at trick 1. That's become really common. That people who play upside down carding play standard.
Why? What do they perceive the benefit of that is, just to kind of change it for trick 1?
I think it has to do with unblocking with doubletons.
Understood.
But it's never been sufficiently explained to me for me to really understand it.
Got it.
I think I hear arguments about holdings like honor 9/3, where you.
Oh, that's right.
9.
Yeah.
I see.
You're unblocking that middle card. Yeah.
It has more benefit for more opportunities, basically.
Yeah. That's what it is, Greg.
Yeah,
you're right.
David Douglas, same comment. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, George Brad. It sounds like you named. It sounds almost like a bridge player name. But yeah, it's virtual screens essentially, or virtual trays, and that's That's what keeps it. And also, I believe Love Bridge adds in a standard kind of variant delay before they pass the tray also.
Oh, interesting.
Like, so I think they can build in like, hey, take a couple seconds here, take 4 seconds here, and then pass it. So there's extra safeguards.
Some randomness.
Yeah,
I like that.
Me too.
Yeah, it's like playing with screens, and it's it's considerably better because you there's no physical way to see anything that your partner is doing. There's no coughing. There's no board placement. There's no pencil or no nothing.
And we've had 3 different discussions about this with 3 different people, and they all mention the same weird thing about this process. The social aspect is interesting because you're in a room with somebody you may not have a lot of time to spend with. You get to know people, and you have this kind of less threatening, it's one-on-one rather than being in a room full of bridge players and trying to interact with somebody.
Obviously, everybody's playing bridge to the best of their ability, but being able to hang out in the hotel room by yourself with Zia for a few hours, I don't know, it's a pretty neat idea.
Good. Yeah.
Apparently cozy up to him under the covers.
I mean, it sounds like he gets nice and cozy in these things. It looks like it.
Zia does what Zia wants.
That's right.
Right on the cover.
Exactly right.
Now, obviously, this system has its detractors. There are people, notably, I think Zach and Adam Grossack have been pretty loud detractors of the system. Not because they think it doesn't work, but because, I mean, as far as I can tell, their argument boils down to bridge is a card game. It should be played with cards.
Well, I think they're not necessarily alone with that either in the community, but I think the longer this is part of the process, the more people will understand that it's probably better than...
Right, and we're talking about only at the very upper echelon of bridge, right? Like you go to your local sectional, it's not going to be played on tablets.
Yeah, exactly.
But the team trials and the finals of the Vanderbilt and stuff like that, like there's so much subtle cheating, and it's so much of it is subconscious, I think, right? People aren't like actively having signals with each other, like Fantoni and Nunez, like that. But it's just so hard not to take those little inferences.
Yeah, I mean, Ewan's point is a double-edged sword. He says some people believe they're able to get an edge from table presence even with screens, and that's a legitimate part of the game. Sure, but your table presence applies to your partner as well, right? And you're going to pick up on little things, even if you're not actively trying to. I don't know.
But I think you get a little bit, and honestly, Dana made a good point the other day that in these private rooms, you may get actually more table presence because your opponent is more likely to emote expressively rather than they would be able to at the table. So you can get ideas of tension and
you can
tilt.
Also get better disclosure too, because you're just in the room with the person and you can give me all of the inferences and you're not whispering or
that's why the claims are so quick sometimes too. Hey, do you have the queen of clubs? All right, game over. They can kind of just have this quick understanding of everything. 3 diamonds by East here. And partner has a club preempt. It's crazy.
Michael's
4 diamonds, Michael's. I hadn't thought about the fact that it could easily be the case if it's just the 2 of you in the hotel room and partner does something unexpected, you might audibly sigh or put your head in your hands or just say something out loud like, "God damn it, Bobby!" Like,
because you think you're in a safe place and really you have an opponent there that's kind of soaking up the information. This is opposite a massive score in the other room, 1100 to the north-south pair.
Sticks and wheels.
Good job, Zach.
Sticks and wheels.
Ages and ages and ages ago, I think when she still had a couple hundred master points, Sylvia She once accidentally called 1100 sticks and stones, and that just stuck. And so a bunch of my friends and I just always called it sticks and stones.
Sticks and stones.
5 diamonds doubled. Wow. Okay, that's a big score.
I'll give you the action. You ready? It was
3 diamonds, 4 diamonds, 5 diamonds.
No, 3 diamonds, 4 diamonds, 5 clubs. Double 5 diamonds, double all pass. So he saw he had two diamonds. He gave 5 clubs a shot, and that was.
I mean, they are white red, but that seems like a lot bidding to me.
And Ewan's letting us know that there's identical auction and result in the Fleischer match, minus 1100 for them. Interesting, identical auction. Wow. I guess you're kind of making a two-way bid there with the West hand.
1100 also.
So how do we play this heart suit, gents? We start with the ace.
How many tricks
With East having preempted.
How many tricks do we need?
We need 10.
We need to pick up hearts and spades for only one loser. Is that right? Or no, we can have two losers. We've lost one trick.
He didn't get the benefit of the knowledge that West has long clubs.
I mean,
is he going to play the queen or? Yeah, there it is. That's a beautiful result for him now.
Well, obviously, I'm just going to play the 9 to the queen.
And now he just has a heart loser.
No heart loser.
Sorry. He doesn't have a heart loser, but he just needs to figure out spades, which he actually doesn't have to figure out now.
No, right. But I mean,
we're just talking about over tricks at this point. But
right. But if East has king third of hearts, like playing West for the queen of spades seems normal-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, Zia does what Zia wants.
Yeah.
Heart to the queen.
Yeah, welcome from all over this big world of ours, watching U.S. Bridge, the Trials 2024. This is the anti-penultimate segment, gentlemen. I've been wanting to use that word for 2 days now. Here it is. We have 3 to go.
Interesting to cover there. King Jack 10 led from the board. I guess he knows he's getting it right anyway, but missed another one.
So nickel tied now, 127 apiece. Bramley on a little bit of a comeback against Rosenthal, up 13-0 in this set. So that's down to about 18 now. This match still really tight, 16. And we've seen this swing wildly throughout the morning. We've been watching this pretty closely. And
yeah, all the matches except for Bailey's.
Yeah, Fleischer is just kind of taking care of business.
Winning this set too, still rubbing salt in the wound. Another strong club from Aaron.
It's a strong club. It's too strong for their 1-note trump. Yeah. So it'll go a club, a diamond, a no trump, showing like 17 to 19, something like that.
And they'll probably play it there, right?
I think they'll just play it there.
Mm-hmm.
We've caught up to the other.
We have. They are currently efforting this board, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
In fact, they just
he can only lead up to the diamonds once.
Or I mean, I imagine you start ace king in a club.
Look at the auction at the other table, gents.
Yeah.
No strong club.
Swish.
One club, all swish. Yeah. Seems like a pretty reasonable pass with the south hand, and when it goes one club, pass to you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to be in game opposite a balanced 18-19 count.
I mean, Zia could. I mean, I'm glad I'm not on lead against 1-0 with Zia's hand either, but
he'll leave a spade.
Well,
there it is.
Yeah,
I have no idea what he'll. Right. We might set up the long spade for West. But if he plays ace king and a club, that gets him 3 clubs and 2 hearts is 5. Eventually a diamond is 6.
Diamond.
Right. Now he can
and he's going to be able to set up a spade now.
Right. Certainly now. Yeah, he's forced out of spade. So.
Yeah.
Right. And Zia's hoping that he hit partner with ace 4th or 5th, not ace 3rd.
Right.
So in the chats, same auction, I'm assuming Precision also at a different table. Jacob Morgan led a diamond to this contract from the north end. Ends up being
did they
work out great.
Yeah. Especially
if you lead like the 7 and it goes 8, maybe you put in the jack and declare still has to do some work to get a second diamond trick.
Well, now you can just get a second diamond on power.
Right. Oh, right.
Yeah, he does need to create one more trick here, and I guess it's going to depend on what happens here for sure. And now, if he puts the 9 in, it's a hero worship.
Right.
Well, and if he puts the 9 in, he's going to lose his entry to the long club.
But
Right.
now he has an extra heart to kind of go
This is actually
Right.
very
to trade
similar.
off against that.
Right. It's a really good play attacking the entry in the weak dummy.
Sure. There's your only source of trick over there, that jack of clubs that's long. So yeah, that's a good point.
Gavin's he pretty regularly posts an interactive hand play problem from his website.
Absolutely.
And the one he posted yesterday was almost exactly the same situation where it happened at trick 1. You have to go up with the ace in a spot like this to preserve the entry.
Now he could put in the jack, planning on ducking if it loses to the queen. Right? Like you
right.
take your free finesse, but you don't waste your entry.
Wasn't exactly the same situation. But
Yeah. No, but I mean, I think
cool
that's
hand. Mostly just plugging Gavin's YouTube content.
Yeah.
I'll have him send you a check for that, Greg.
Thank you. Let's see if he does this.
Oh, interesting.
So what does he have now? 1, 2 hearts. A spade is 3. Ace, king of clubs gets him up to 5, and then he's got to do something with the diamond suit.
Right. Does he now hook the 9 of hearts? Does he play up to the diamond? I'm a little surprised at this line.
Maybe the 10 of spades creates some problems for someone, but not really.
Ace king in a club, caters to either queen and length with north or any 3-3 if you have the entry over to the dummy.
Right, but now North has to play a red card. So North can't play a heart here. So North will have to play a diamond, and he gets his diamond to play that way. So it's all sort of the same. Yeah, we see the heart play. That's trick 7.
There it is. And guys, last set we played as Steve Weinstein. I think the next hand we should play as Zia. So we'll get to this early. We'll see if we can do what Zia does.
Good luck duplicating Zia's.
Well, that's why it's no fun if we just pick ho hum. Let's do this. So we're gonna
actually now his diamonds are running. So now he
Corbell
over trigger.
Yeah, pitched a diamond.
Oops.
Random imp.
So 1 imp for Simpson. We should, I hope, still be kibitzing Zia here. And we're going to sit here with him alone and take a look at this one.
Good hand to do it on.
Yeah. Speaking of 2 club openers.
Do we open 2 clubs or do we reverse?
What do you it seems like 2 clubs and rebid 2 no, right? But I don't know what
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, with all this stuff in the majors, no trump looks right, but
Greg?
These 2 no trump bids just make it so hard to find minor suit slams when you have hands like this, right? McKenzie calls 2 no trump the slam killer. I like that.
Would you
I mean, to me, it's like the slam frequency is a lot less. Well, it's a question of slam frequency versus when does it go 1 club all pass.
But if it goes 1 club all pass and you don't have a major,
you're not upset.
Really making game?
Probably not.
Yeah. Like, what's the hand partners passing where we're making 3 no trump?
2 clubs has the benefit of you're probably not going to see a 1 heart overcall as often, but
that's true.
If partner has both round kings, he's never passing a club, and if he doesn't have that, how are we making 9 tricks in no trump? So,
but it does have that preemptive effect.
So once again, folks, don't adjust your screens. We're just sitting in the Zia chair. So he's decided with this hand that he's opened 2 clubs. He's going to rebid 2 no trump. We're probably going to get to play this with him as well, but we're hiding the hands so that we can have a little fun.
And these 2-2-4-5s, like very often you do treat them as balanced, or 2-2-5-4 for that matter.
You just
but
really
when you're strong enough to reverse it, and you have good suits, I mean, partner's not going to put you on 22.
All right, Dan kicks it in.
So
this could be
at least this way, like
is expected, right? You're expecting to see
look at the result in the other room, by the way. just came in.
Oh, so
Whoopsie.
This is either going to be very easy to. Diamonds are coming home, huh?
Oh wow, that's
Right. See, this is the
Un,
reason that you
un,
show your.
yeah, unfortunately, we saw the result here.
well, but we are also off the ace king, like the whole heart suit.
Yeah, we luckily
So
partners 10-3 of hearts is like heroic over here.
yeah, I'm just saying we didn't miss a
No,
slam
no.
in the same way.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
the normal sense of the word.
And you can see Dan. You look at his hand. He only has 2 points, but think about it. His partner opened two
It's
clubs and rebid 2-no, and he might just have the whole diamond suit. And
right. It's like if the diamond suit is working, we're making 3-no, and if it's not, we're probably not even making 2. So
yeah, exactly.
it's just aiming at such a small target.
Right. And in imps, that all we want to make sure we get to the games that have a reasonable shot of making, or at least will give us.
We saw I saw several examples yesterday of hands where at one table, because of their methods, they were able to stop in like 2 of a major. But at the other table, because the auction had already gotten to 3 of a major, the hand decided to kick it into 4 because aiming for exactly 9 tricks.
Because why not?
Is harder than, if I'm in 2, I have more ways to win the board. I mean, maybe I'm making 8, maybe I'm making 9.
Yeah, Evan, same exact understanding too. That club finesse must be on also, and question is, will he take it?
Well, it seems like you test the diamonds first.
Yeah, see what's doing.
And then entries. Why did he play the 10?
That was super weird.
Because that kills an entry, right? You want the entry to take the club finesse twice.
I think he's just very, very happy.
Maybe he was trying to attempt a cheeky cover from Queen Jack third.
Yeah, now he can take the whole suit home.
Maybe.
But wouldn't it be Queen Jack 8? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so nice knowing that it wasn't operator error, on the big graph, right? It's like, this is what he played for sure.
Yeah.
Right? Because now if he had the 10, he could play to the 10 and take a club finesse and then play back over to the 9 and take another club finesse.
Right, but...
Right, that's how you... Well, why not?
I see that they made... Like,
it's perfectly safe. You have a heart stopper.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, over tricks do matter. Even over...
Well, especially as we saw a match ending with a one imp swing, an over trick here or there is.
Yeah. Well, it's just.
Well, I mean, when what you're aiming for is this like mistaken cover that doesn't even help you.
Simpson got some sort of fraction here. I'm wondering, there was some penalty that came in, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it had to do with that.
The earlier, yeah, if that's possible. Let me. We might not know the answer at this session, but at least we see some sort of penalty being applied. And yeah, minus 0.25 for Simpson. So maybe that was the whatever we saw the director call that has something to do with that. Yeah, David in the YouTube chat for sure. I mean, at this point, I would say probably the teams are reasonably fresh, but the longer this event goes, the more wasted you are just mentally, basically, and it's hard to get a lot.
There aren't any four-handed teams left.
Not
anymore, right? Exactly.
Yeah. That year,
I honestly thought that David was asking if they got a quarter inch penalty for being tired.
Only if you admit it. Only.
Wait, is Bramley four-handed?
Oh, that's, you know what? Bramley might be four-handed. Yes. Sorry, it's just Platnick and Rosenberg and Woolsey and Bramley. Wow. Okay. So that's still one.
That's rough.
But yeah, you're right, Adam. When Gavin and the two Kevins and Cran did it, I mean, that's just.
I mean, they were like in their 20s or early 30s.
I think, yeah, the young man's four-handed game, I guess, is what you.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Corbell's the one declaring the hand, but
No, no, no. Zia's declaring the hand.
Oh, Zia
Oh
is.
no, I'm sorry. The hand. I cannot get used to the fact that it's
Yeah,
not
no,
rotating.
sorry. I know what you're saying. We're
Sorry.
in this mode here. Let me take us out of it, and we'll see all the hands, and now we'll be kind of be back. We kind of know what's going on here.
That's interesting.
Now we're back to our
and
normal view.
and it's king and one
It's
anyway.
King Doubleton, so he can still do it.
Exactly.
Well, no, but he's already pitched.
He's
a
already
club
pitched
because he
clubs.
has to. He has to hold on to his heart stopper. In
Oh,
case the
sure,
finesse
sure,
fails.
sure.
Like, you know.
I mean, he could have risked it for a little bit, hoping the 9 of hearts is on side.
Oof. Yeah. That's hard to explain to teammates. I mean, they've already pitched some hearts, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
He was home until he pitched this card. Basically, if he pitched 2 hearts here, he would have made 7.
Oh, that's also interesting. Now that we're not kibitzing, now North is North.
yes,
But when
that's
you were
what happened.
kibitzing and
Yeah,
he's down
yeah.
at the bottom.
That's why you.
Okay.
That's why you had it on. You flipped the side there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the one hand sweat. I think we should do that again
Yeah,
at some point.
I like that too.
I'll find a good hand for us.
Madeline, he could have brought it in if it was as it is, as King Doubleton. But in order to do that, he would have to play his diamonds now and pitch both of his hearts, which now leaves him
open to possible
kind of
lots
wide
of heart
open in the
releasers.
heart suit, almost wide open. And
Yeah, he's gonna make sure he makes the cut.
And there
yeah,
it is. Yeah.
now he could take the club finesse,
And
but he's gonna lose 2 hearts.
Yep. But this is imps versus match points here. Match points, board a match. You probably probably go for it, especially in certain situations, which is why that Risinger event is so ridiculously hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had a he had a path to 13 tricks. Queen of Hearts.
I just have to show you guys this. Have you ever had Dots pretzels?
I have. Those are cheese curls that
Yes.
you're holding in your hand there.
These
but,
now are it's the. I don't know. I'm showing this because I'm going to eat the whole bag after we're done with this session.
I understand. I just thought you were holding up cheese curls and asserting that they were pretzels.
No,
I was like, I don't want to be the one to have to tell you this, but those aren't pretzels.
I'm colorblind now. It's out there. I can't tell between orange and brown. But no,
It feels more just like blind.
these people were famous for pretzels, and they just came out with cheese curls, and the world is over now, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm.
All right.
It would be helpful to have dummy's hand more clearly. Yeah, to know which one is dummy and which one's. Yeah, it is.
I think it would also be really nice, like at this point in the auction box, if there were a question mark by the person who was the dealer, so I didn't have to like.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
Look,
just
really
not the
closely.
dealer, but the person who's next to at.
The
Oh yeah, the
acting
deal at the
player.
beginning.
And
yeah.
before the first bid,
sure.
Right.
right, is there a way other than like looking really close at the?
You just
the
have to look
board?
at the table and see the orange.
Okay, so first of all,
The orange tray. Zia's orange right now. Okay,
But you-
boomers.
no, but okay, but also the board is quite large on the screen. You don't have to look at the one in the center of the tray.
Right.
There's a
Oh, there's one over on
Lower
the side.
left. Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
You could also use your extensive bridge knowledge to know that North is the dealer on board 21. I'm just saying you've played enough.
That's a lot to ask for, Greg. Come on. That's
Well, board 21 is the same as board 5, and the dealer just goes around in a circle, so it's board 1 and North is the. Just
okay.
saying.
And thank you, Al Hollander, for the update. It was a slow play penalty. Nothing to do with the director call, just slow play. And you know what it is? I think we know. Remember this table started late. I would almost bet that one of the players on the Simpson team just showed up late to the room. Remember this table took a while to.
Right. I mean, Corbell was the last one to sign in.
Right, but that maybe wasn't
Yeah.
like his doing. Maybe it had something to do with what was going on. But there it is. So both
weird. I
teams
mean,
have been penalized.
0.25 is
Small,
nothing.
but it's
Well,
it's
but
a
we don't know the
graduated
nature.
thing.
Like it might have just been a procedural thing. Like
He's-
you weren't logged
Al
in.
said- Al said slow play.
Yeah, but also
Yeah, but-
the more these come in, the more punitive they get. I believe. I think this is
Yeah, but
kind of like the
I
slap on
think
the
the
wrist.
first one should be like 30 imps.
Adam.
Adam-
Can we at least agree?
Wow,
that there's-
Adam really doesn't like
He
slow
really doesn't
play.
like slow
Now
play,
we know how
and,
to.
He puts his
I-
mouth where his money is, but we can at
I
least
have
agree.
suggested corporal punishment. Like
Next
you-
time
you
I
lose
play
a-
against you, I'm just gonna
Yeah, it's
tank
just
on the most
firing
mundane
squad.
decision ever.
I think we can at least agree that there's a difference between a purely procedural penalty for like you were not logged in at game start time because you were in the bathroom or something,
rather
and
than a
you
really
tanked for
slow play
25
penalty.
minutes looking for a third over trick in a parts.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm basing it on Al's nomenclature of slow play penalty.
All right.
Which is wide ranging. But Al, thank you so much. Al has been like honestly MVP of the chat on almost every session. He knows more about bridge than
Is Al on site?
I don't think so. In fact, I think Al is in like a different country. So comedian Gallagher, to correct slow traffic, death penalty for parking violations. Again,
do it.
Okay.
Yeah, the giant board graphic in the upper left of the stream is that'll get you to where the dealer is. Or yeah, mod 4. Adam, what's the what is the highest math class you ever took? Like the highest level of like
I took a class in college called Vectors and Matrices.
Ooh.
It was like a post calculus.
That sounds like a class you could meet a lot of women in.
They graded my homework.
Linear algebra for dummies kind of class.
Yeah. They graded my homework, and I was like, "What?" It was like a graduate student grading my homework, and I was like, "No," and I never took math class.
How dare they evaluate your work?
Yeah.
So what's going? By the way, this hand, there's like stuff and things going on in this hand.
Yeah, and then the other room, Torino went down 3.
Yeah, well, I wonder if East had to.
It's an interesting position here, whether to hold up or not on the first trick.
Yeah, I think we can sort of kind of see from the all 4 hands that ducking the first trick would have been better, but
if North has the ace of clubs, you want to hold up and hope they only have 3 spades. But if South has it, you want to win the ace because now they can't lead a spade if you have Jack Doubleton. It's a positional stopper.
And Al admits he's in out of the Phoenix area. He does all his USBF support remotely.
So, like you said, another country.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever Joe Grew period is at the table, the play is going to be pretty fast.
Frank Morgan wants to know if you took real analysis. I think if Adam Parrish were ever in a real analysis class, the universe would collapse on itself.
Let me tell you something right now, Frank. Frank, I had no idea what you were talking about. That's how much math I've done.
Yeah,
commenting on our.
So did I. I thought no real bridge analysis.
Doesn't even know that.
Why is there no real analysis going on?
What's
my math
fake
background
bridge
right there?
analysis?
My brother would get it. I have no clue.
We have Greg and Adam here. No real analysis.
Do you guys want to? One of you want to lay down on a couch though, and we can have an analysis session in a different way? Do you have anything you want to get off your chest?
How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
My daughter.
How does Greg's bad bid make you feel, Adam?
Enraged. My daughter is now sending me real analysis homework help questions. Frank Morgan taught Volankin real analysis. I have so many feelings about that statement.
Did you teach at Williams, Frank? I think Volankin went to Williams.
It's so cool that you know that.
I might have to change Al Hollander to knowing the most to Adam Parrish knowing the most, maybe.
Yeah, my little kid who, like, I used to change his kids' diapers and taught her all sorts of like kick a soccer ball and stuff, is now sending me texts. It's like, how do I prove that this sequence of functions converges uniformly using the Weierstrass test? And I'm like, oh god, it's like her math has gotten to the point where I have to Google things to refresh my memory of stuff, because it's been a couple decades since I took an analysis class, and I can't just, because she's never asked me for homework help before. I mean, she's a freshman.
This portion of the program is brought to you by math, the thing with numbers that most of us don't understand.
Also, the thing where Zia didn't return a spade.
I
guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, because
he knows he has the king of hearts. Yeah.
I see. So he
figures he might as well set up his diamond trick.
now Simpson's.
The thing where where Doug just plays a spade.
Yeah.
Oh, he blocked the suit.
He did. And now comes a heart. Wow.
Ruh-roh.
This is a big problem. However, they're going to get 2 heart tricks, though, right?
Weiss can't get to his hand.
Now he exits
He
a
like has
diamond.
the stepping stone
Check
to
this
his
out.
Oh,
he can cash
so
a spade,
nasty.
and now all he can do is heart or club. Whoa.
Well, that's still down, right? I mean, he's got like
He's
the
got
cashing,
enough.
the setting trick spear, but he can't get to Dan for the extra under trick.
Definitely going to be a win for.
Yeah, it's
for
still
the
winning
East-West
imps. Like,
Yeah, it was very well played.
so important to like you're in 3-0. You realize like, man, I don't have any play here. Oh, if only I'd held up. Like, you just get down on yourself and throw your cards back at the board, whatever. But here, he found a really nice play to take advantage of a subtle defensive error to win 2 imps.
Magic.
That's great.
And let's the chat is just getting too nerdy about the math conversation here. We're here for a bridge tournament, guys. Come on.
Yeah, there's no math in bridge.
But
No crying in baseball.
Feel free to put some of those
3
expected value videos up there for sure. Yes.
I mean, Greg could talk at length about My Little Pony or
Absolutely, yeah.
the Drag Race.
I would probably pay for that show.
I don't understand how you don't love Drag Race, Adam. Like,
I would pay for.
Like,
I want to pay for the show of Greg talking about My Little Pony on Broadway. Just, I will take. I will buy tickets. I'll buy the whole front row. I don't care. Sign me up.
I did not say maths. I am.
I was gonna say if this is a 14 to 16 no Trump, they would be doing that probably. But this is just a club.
It's almost an upgrade anyway.
Right.
Or, 17 so prime and a couple tens. Like add the 10 of spades, you're pretty close.
Yeah, Ewan. Stop talking about bridge on our math stream, Rob. Yeah. I'm sorry.
If we talk too much about math, we can get banned for miscategorizing the content on Twitch. So we don't want any of that.
Yeah. Twitch is easy on the ban trigger finger. Is that what you're saying?
It depends what you're doing. If we're in danger of getting banned, I'll probably just put on a bikini, get in the hot tub. We'll be fine.
You want to talk about driving viewership, folks? There we are.
Yeah. Oh, we would blow up. Go viral. I think that's what the young kids are saying.
I have a challenge for everybody right now, and it's grown since we started this. Right now, the Twitch feed has 809 followers. I would like by the end of this event on Wednesday to get that to 1,000. Do you think we can do it? So if you're watching, follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, do all that good stuff. And you'll see the rest of this coming at you. Right, so there's their spade fit.
I was once a few years ago, I was playing some robot bridge on BBO, and I was streaming it on Twitch to like 5 people, like I always was.
Yeah.
And my friend Turner, who at the time was, if he wasn't number 1, he was in the top 5 streamers on Twitch, just in terms of subscriptions and viewership. He was ending his stream, and he's looking for who to raid, which is at the end of your stream, you send your entire viewership over to someone else's stream as like a, here, I'm done streaming, go watch this guy.
Got it.
And so I'm sitting here playing BBO, and my viewership goes from 6 to 27,000 in like an instant. And I mean, it was just absolute pandemonium.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then how long did they stay? They're like, what the heck is this bridge stuff? Like,
they stayed for a while. And honestly, there are still some people from that raid who still come around.
I need to get in on this. This is a great idea. I love it.
It's just who you know, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not saying that. Do Greg and Adam use 10s and 9s in hand evaluation? For sure, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't say that I
don't like add points or anything, but but they're big factors, sure.
And just real quick,
there are 12-point hands, and then there are 12-point hands, and 10s and 9s are part of that. Yep. Shape is part of that. Fit is part of that.
And
Well,
just
yeah, 10s and
remember,
9s.
defensively for all of you, 10s are an honor card as well. So as you're defending, you treat that as an honor card, even though it's not a point card. It is certainly a good
My
card.
my series in the Bridge Bulletin this year is all about hand evaluation beyond high card
Yeah,
points.
nice.
Mm.
Perish the Thought, I believe, is the
Perish
name
the
of this.
thought.
There
That's
we
right.
go.
Yeah. But, looking at shape and honor type and concentration and spot cards and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, as an example, is I think Rob, what you were saying is, imagine you're on lead against 3-0 Trump and you've decided to lead a diamond. If you have 9/4 of diamonds, you're probably leading your second one, or the 9, or whatever your agreement is. But if you have 10/4, you might
best.
consider leading a low one.
Yep.
That's right. Certainly, if you have Jack-4, you're leading a low one. So that's clearly right where that pivot is. And
Frank Morgan likes your column, Adam. It said it's a good column. Apparently not great, just good.
Yeah.
I guess we'll take it.
Oh, he got it. He got that stiff king.
There it is.
Not the best.
Wow. Claim 3 more.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
1100 the other. Oh no, -1.
Yeah. So it looked like almost.
2 hearts and the 5/1 fit didn't fetch.
And the other room is just finishing this board, just starting to play it, actually. They're playing 2 diamonds with the north-south cards here. Interesting.
It's a good column. It's a good set of books, too. Don't forget to buy all of Adam's books. There are books.
Where can we go to do that? Can we put it in the chat for you?
Bridgewinners.com.
Bridgewinners.com, where maybe you will find a link to this broadcast at some point also.
Maybe.
At some point. All you have to do is ask.
He did ask.
I asked last time. Yeah.
Yeah, he asked while we were broadcasting.
Well, what did you do during the 20-minute break?
Wait, you didn't have it right up there after that?
Get us a schedule of who's going to be on, and we'll feature it.
Ooh, okay, good.
We can update the schedule. We can update the article as.
I will send you. I'll send you all the information for sure. That's great. Thank you.
Perfect.
And honestly, I think the semis
know
and the finals will probably sell themselves, especially those final days. So
Yeah.
Sure, but knowing who's going to be there.
Yep.
Right.
Well, I would like to know when you guys will be back, and I'll talk to you guys after about that. But this has been so much fun, and honestly, I know it's a Saturday, so the crowd's probably going to be a little bit bigger. But here it is, and Ewan, thank you for putting in the podcast. Perish.
No, that's not me. That's not me.
Wait, delete. It's not Adam. There's someone else that stole this name from you.
Oh,
That's
I'm a mod
ridiculous.
now. I can ban.
That's not me. Adam chats for the first time. I hope there's nothing like.
He said very different. He knew
in
it wasn't the real thing. Yeah, there's
okay.
other people who use that.
Ewan just
I mean,
decided
if your
to take a
name's
look.
Parrish and you have a podcast, why not?
Yeah, what else would you call it?
You can't. Yeah, no. Barrington the Thought doesn't work. It just.
Barrington Stage at the theater.
I wish I had all this Barrington money that's out there.
The math nerd stream wasn't okay, but theater nerd stuff was fine.
What is?
I think the math nerds could have beat up the theater nerds.
That's a good question. Let me look at it for you here. Diamond, double, a heart, 2 values with clubs. That makes sense now, a little bit.
Diamond, double, a heart. Oh, this is exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah, the 2 cubids.
One thing, double, a suit, double another suit. You have 2 cubids available. And so what you do is if you bid the suit directly, it
went diamond pass a heart, didn't it? Oh no,
no, double heart. It went diamond, double a heart. There you go.
We were talking about that in the last session.
Now I understand.
Yeah. So when you have 2 when partner has doubled and you have 2 cubids available, you can use the lower, like the higher cubid to flag one of the suits and the lower cubid to flag the other suit, to say, hey, I have this suit and values, or this suit and extra, like whatever you decide to do, because it doesn't make sense to use them as 2 suited bids. There are only 2 suits in play.
Sure. And you already have a no trump for that. Oh no, you wouldn't with the partner doubling. Excuse me. But yeah, that's the correct link now. We can get behind that. That sounds like an preempts and overcalls Adam Parrish. That sounds about right.
Several books ago. No, 1 book ago.
guy's written so many books he can't even keep them straight.
Yeah, ABTA Book of the Year.
I haven't written any books, but I have. Like
both of
my
us
lessons
have
are
won
all
book
books.
awards for our books.
Really?
That's cool.
I'm surprised. If I had an Oscar, I would probably just wear it on my as a necklace or something. You know,
if you want to get pedantic about it, it turns out that the Oscar is the physical statue.
Yep.
And that is associated with the Academy Award, and they don't give the Oscar to the people who win the Science and Technical Academy Awards. We just get like a certificate suitable for framing.
That is BS. So lame. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to the president of the Academy.
But you can still say I'm an Academy Award winner, basically.
Correct.
I could say honestly, that too, but I would be lying.
Anyone could say anything. Someday, I'm probably going to buy an Oscar statue off eBay. Occasionally, the 1956 best sound editing Oscar goes up for a small enough amount of money that I feel like I could justify.
This one?
No, there. Okay. Whoa.
Okay.
Look at this.
It's heavy.
Now I'm definitely banning you from Twitch.
Wait, I got banned for like saying Flannery for 10 seconds. I think Adam should be banned for fake Academy Award.
It's a prop from a play.
All right, so let's get back to this bridge action. Not much is. 2 diamonds is being played in the north. 3 clubs is being played here, east-west. So there's definitely going to be something happening score-wise, we think.
2 diamonds.
Yeah, they had almost the same exact auction, except lefty bid 2 clubs. Sorry, east did not double it. When a diamond pass a heart, right. 2 clubs, double for support, redouble, 2 diamonds, all pass.
Right.
So
I know Rodwell, he says take out doubles, promise 3 in a major, but only 2 in a minor, which is why with this 4-4-3-2 shape, East is allowed to double a diamond. For better or worse, right? It works getting in there and finding a major suit fit. And when partner happens to have 6 clubs, it works pretty well.
Yeah, it's okay for you then too, especially with
And there are going to be days where partner bids clubs with only 4.
Yeah.
And it somehow passes out. And you play your 4-2 club fit at the 2 level and you're sad about it. But you have to weigh those days against all the times it goes a diamond pass, a no trump pass, and you have nothing to say. And then you discover that you had an 8-card major suit fit and easily could have gone plus 110, but you didn't because you were stuck over a diamond or club or whatever. And so that's what that philosophy is. It's just a matter of frequency. We accept the occasional debacle in clubs for what we think is the more frequent win when we have a major suit fit.
Yeah,
majors are king. So
that's what we're trying to do in the bridge and poker worlds anyway. We're trying to make the best decision for all times, like in perpetuity, what gets us the best results in the long run.
Right.
Taking those beats sometimes once in a while.
Yeah, you have to accept that sometimes the guy that you're playing against, whether it's your opponent in poker or your partner in bridge, is going to have the one unlikely but possible hand that makes your action look really silly in a vacuum. I mean, you can't think about it in a vacuum. That's the hardest part of getting better at bridge, by the way, is separating individual results from the quality of the decision that led to that result.
We talked about this a little bit with Larry, that the 2 worst things that can happen are a really, really terrible choice resulting well, and a really fine, perfect choice resulting badly. Both are terrible. It's just
I call them double dummy versus single dummy mistakes. And people make a mistake and they don't understand which type of mistake it is. Did you actually make a mistake given what you knew, or was it just a mistake as the cards lie? Right, this is I got plus 170 or plus 680, I must have done something wrong.
That's why we often joke at the end of the hand when we write down plus 680, missed another slam. Silly, right? Like if you actually bid that slam, like you're insane.
You would feel silly for being in it. Just lucky.
I would 4 top tricks.
I would be, or like 6 finesses worked. I would be profusely apologizing to my opponents.
Actually, I see nickel is up 9, so they might have just kind of changed that, but still a very close match. Nickel Juster, 139 to 130. Wow. Rosenthal opening up, whatever. They're up 35. They're not opening up too much. They're up 4 this set. Fleischer just being Fleischer.
2 diamonds down 2. It's not a great result.
No, and that is
for Simpson.
Is he going to make 3 clubs here? I have not been looking, but it's not going to make.
You're supposed to be commentating on bridge.
Yeah,
2 more losers.
Sorry.
So, yeah.
Mostly just.
So they're getting
right, he's losing a club and a heart.
Okay, got it. So he's gonna go down 1.
Just a couple. Yeah. So it'll be a 7-imp swing.
Actually, I think one of the things that getting back to the other thing that I've observed is that a lot of people make it out of like novice or beginner stage because that's where you have no idea whether you made any kind of mistake. Like, I don't know. I threw some cards around and I had some results.
This is how many tricks we took. Yeah,
but I'm beginner, whatever. I expected badly, and then you get to a point where you know just enough that you think, I figured this game out. I should be doing well, and that's the most dangerous part. Like that's the point in everyone's journey where like the safety harness is off. You can start to really ingrain some bad habits because you know enough to have habits of any kind.
Right. And you're typically playing against other really bad people, and so the bad stuff you do works
resulting
out.
is not helpful.
Yeah, it doesn't. You don't get punished for it, or you see your
right. And if no one's telling you this was stupid, you're like, I'm pretty good.
Whatever. I outscored you this session, didn't I, there, Mr. Parrish the Thought? That guy writes a thing in the bridge bulletin, and I just beat him.
Right.
Queen 5th and a 7 count, and it worked.
The best gift I ever got was living in the junior house, because I even after years of living there, listening to good bridge conversation, I thought I was terrible at bridge. And to be fair, I pretty much am, but I was so much better than I thought I was the first time I ever sat down in a national event, and that's a gift. Like you shouldn't think you're ever mastering this game because you're not. Even the best players haven't done it yet.
No.
Here we go.
This is an interesting decision that Zia had here, by the way, of whether to
bid or not. Right?
Just bid 3 clubs with this. There are 3 diamonds with this 12 count. Like you don't have any extras, so in theory you don't have the values to bid at that level, but when your right-hand opponent has showed 10 cards and 2 suits, you know that if you don't show your diamonds now, you never will. And your partner should know that you're under that amount of pressure and shouldn't punish you for bidding 3 diamonds.
And this is offering a partner more information for a decision they might have to make or help with.
Right. Corbell might bid 3-0, but he might also be facing like a 4-spade bid at some point. Maybe not with King, Queen, 4th of hearts. I once had a teacher ages ago who said that one of the phrases he hates most in the world is practice makes perfect. He said practice makes permanent is what he prefers. And he's like, you can practice all day long, but if you are practicing the wrong thing, you're just going to ingrain that habit forever. So you must practice, of course.
Right.
But you have to be practicing the right things. And
it's called deliberate practice.
Yeah.
Right. You have to do it the right way. You have to work on things that are just out of your comfort zone.
And I think that's why when you see bridge players who are, they're not beginners anymore for sure, and they're playing with other players who are not beginners, but they're not experts yet. Those are the ones who are most likely to be screaming at each other because they think they know what to do because they like misunderstood some principle that they're misapplying to some slightly different situation.
Adam Parrish said,
I played against Adam last week and he overcalled 2 clubs on whatever it is, right? And I did it here, and his partner's like, no, you can't play like that, and all this. They speak in absolutes, and they don't know what principles at work here. They don't know why Adam.
A lot of times, they don't even know why the thought process is correct. They haven't even started the process. They don't know where to start thinking about it. But here, at the other table, by the way, North chose to pass over 2 hearts, and they bought it for 3 spades. East just jumped to 3 spades, and that's what
I think passing over 2 hearts is very reasonable.
As you talked about, just with the lack of values at this time bidding at the 3 level.
Right. And as Chat was saying, that If it goes 2 spades, pass. Now, of course, you can balance and you're fine. The trouble is when it goes 3 spades, pass.
No,
You're not comfortable balancing, and now you discover you have like a 10-card diamond fit, and
This is
so
this is where
what
you
was 3
really
spades here,
see,
by the way? Was it just trying to play no trump, or what?
3 spades, presumably.
By the south.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Oh, maybe it's the best diamond raise.
Ah, yeah, maybe.
Because he's not trying to get to 3-0 anymore. He's the one with the spade stopper.
Sure.
well, he could be looking for help in spades. Think king thirds. I don't know. Anyway, I was going to say that this is the sort of situation where a strong club system actually has the most benefit.
Oh,
That you can bid 3
you mean
diamonds.
for the North player, you're limiting your hand. Yeah, that's a
Right.
great point.
When you've
Adam.
opened a heart and it's limited to 15 points, partner's never going to play you for an 18.
Yeah,
Another.
and that's something that actually I think a lot of people don't realize, and I didn't know couldn't figure out for a long time. The value of things like strong club, or dare I say Flannery, doesn't really come from when you make these bids. It comes from when you don't.
Yes, the negative.
If I can open a
so
heart
strong.
and my partner knows I have 15 or fewer, oh, the auctions are so much nicer.
Because now this 3 diamond bid is automatic, right? You have no issues whatsoever. In fact, you're close to your primed out hand anyway. So
when my partner opens a heart and I know that they almost certainly don't have 4 spades because we play Flannery.
You play Flannery, yeah.
That information is so valuable.
Yum.
Yeah.
Well, that's where you get a lot of system winners too, because of your ability to get that information in quicker.
Good, bad, 2-0. Yep. Yeah, it's those negative inferences.
This is going to go not amazing for them. They're going to go down 1. It looks like, right? 2 hearts, a spade, and a club.
2.
He can rough a heart, right? He doesn't have to lose.
Well, he's got to rough a lot of hearts.
He's got to rough 2 of them with a 3-1. I guess he has time. Let's find out. The other room is still playing 3 spades.
I mean, East can just play another round of trumps, right?
Yeah, that still gives him 2. Oh, he doesn't have entries back to his hand to. But the thing is that West can't continue trumps. So if he just like plays the king of spades, and West gets in, they have to just continue spades. It's almost a cross rough.
They can go down 3 and still get a chop of action on this hand too, gents. They're going to make it looks like 170 in the other room in spades.
In spades, you're losing a diamond, a heart, club.
That is a really interesting point, Adam. It's always very tempting to lead up to a king of spades like this. It's like, oh, it might be a trick. But in fact, it's especially since the bidders, your right-hand opponent has. I mean, you have spades are 5-4 or whatever, but
right,
you really want to keep East off lead if you believe that West is short in spades. But regardless, like you're going to have to give up a heart.
Diamonds, yeah.
Sorry, diamonds. Yeah. You're going to have to give up a heart, and when you do that, East will be able to play another round.
Sure, but that's only 2 trumps.
So you can rough twice. 2. So what happens? So what? Heart, diamond to something.
Queen of diamonds, ace of hearts, heart.
Ace of hearts, heart. Diamond. He wins it. Another diamond. You win that.
Rough.
Heart rough, and now spade king.
King of spades.
Yeah. Now you have to play king of spades because you're disrupting communication for
he
the.
Wins it, and
now West has to play another spade. So you rough a
heart, rough a spade, rough a heart.
Yeah.
And now you just cash the ace of clubs and wait. Yeah. Okay. That's a real easy blind spot to have, is exiting the king of spades from dummy like that.
I mean, ace of clubs, queen of clubs works too, I think. No, but then you might end up promoting the 10 of diamonds.
Well, I think dummy is down to only clubs at that point.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it trick 2 or 3 or whatever.
Oh, yeah. But by the way, occasionally, it doesn't happen much, but on a hand like this, you might look at the king of spades and say, oh, this is a wasted value because the spades are behind me.
Right.
But occasionally, it could still be useful for other reasons, like keeping
Right.
the right hand off lead. Not that
Right.
often. See,
Or
unfortunately,
you
here he's
could
led a
just
spade, and I
you can
think
just lead up to it here, because if East does have the ace, you can throw your club away, and if not, you've
yeah,
knocked out the
yeah,
ace of spades, the same as
the
I was
timing
suggesting. So,
timing is
as
what it
usual,
is.
Zia's thinking even a little better than I am, just a little.
Right. We have combined our chances.
So now this
Yeah,
is
well
just,
done. And in fact,
Presumably.
yeah, when right. So important,
Now
especially
it's
for newer players, to not reflexively draw trumps too early. Adam, can
in
you
a
recommend a good
vacuum,
book?
and in the long run, it can be it's right to draw trumps early a lot of times. But you're right. There's so many of these pitfalls where if you decide to do that, it's just catastrophic, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't just not draw them because, oh, Greg said don't draw trumps, right? Like what I always ask my students is, why didn't you draw trumps?
Yeah. What was the
Not saying
reason?
you were right or wrong, but if you can't articulate the reason for it, then you should have drawn trumps, right? There has to be a concrete reason.
Is he just reversing the like?
It looks like he's reversing the hand here. He's just
but
gonna.
He can't rough.
He can rough a. He can still. Can no.
Yeah, he's can over rough. Wait.
Yep.
What's he doing? Let's count his tricks. So he's.
Well, I guess he can just. There's
five.
no. He can take the club finesse because. It doesn't matter. Like he was always going to lose a club.
Or that first club finesse, sure.
Yeah.
But now, like, he can't set the hearts up. He's a couple tempos behind.
This is weird.
Yes.
I mean, it's double dummy weird. Again, this is like we're looking at all the hands. It's entirely possible that Zia, who has played
right, he's putting East in, and East is, well, he can just play a trump, I guess. Yeah.
Yep. But now it goes ace of hearts.
Ace of hearts.
Ace of hearts, heart rough, club roughed with the king.
He's just gonna basically.
And then heart roughed with the queen, but then he's down one.
Still only
Maybe
he's still gonna be fine with it. He was always down one from this, as we saw, right? He couldn't get out for less than that.
I thought he was only losing spade, a heart, and a club on our line.
Here's the original hand, just so you can see it all together. Sorry if that's
when he wins the heart, or sorry, he wins the diamond lead, plays a spade up.
All right, 9 total tricks. 3 imps for Lebowitz. I mean, what a day for them so far, right? They come in down like 30 something, and they're up a little bit over 23.25 now. How about that math?
That's impressive.
I don't need any of that real analysis. I can add with my fingers and toes. It's been working for years.
So just to further blow your mind, by the way, after the initial diamond lead, according to the double dummy solver, the only line of play to actually make 4 diamonds was a low heart at trick 2, not ace and a heart.
So wait, let's look at that. You just have to play a low heart at trick 2.
Yeah, and in fact, an opening club lead beats this contract always.
Oh my God.
But from this position,
I'm looking at.
Oh, because you need to keep the.
You need the heart entry.
Yep.
Right, that makes sense.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
Bridge is hard.
Yes.
I mean, look, like
and we're all bad at it too. We're all pretty terrible.
When the people looking at all 4 hands don't immediately see it, and when Zia doesn't see it in an important event, I mean, it's entirely possible that Zia's line was better percentage-wise, and back to that same conversation. But
sorry for the delay in getting back to the right table, folks, but we're here.
Means that is this a 4-card heart opening?
Yeah.
Third seat
and a 4-card spade over.
4-card overcall.
This is funny. The dueling 4-carders here. 3 clubs is just probably some sort of fit jump.
This is the same auction that was produced
Yeah.
in the Nickel versus Juster match, which I think is what
This
Twitch
is
chat was saying like an hour ago.
right. This is the same. This is the same auction we saw the other day too. Similar spot, third chair, ace, king, queen, fourth of a major, and they're in there.
It's a fit jump.
Yep,
Yeah.
fit jump for
Showing
sure.
9 cards and 2 suits and a fit.
Dan doesn't like that.
Greg,
'cause he
what
only has
are
4 hearts?
what are your basic criteria for a 4-card opening or overcall? What are you looking for?
I wouldn't do it in first or second seat.
Never.
In third seat, if I'm opening a 4-card suit, I want that suit led more than anything else in the world.
And it's usually a major because you get the little drury shebang on the backside of that, which is nice.
Certainly a major. And for overcalls, should be an excellent suit. Ace, king, jack, 8 certainly qualifies. And also, lengthen the opponent's suit, I think, makes it more likely to find a fit in partner's hand.
Interesting. So the West player here with 4 hearts that Rodwell's holding here, that kind of leads him to believe it's maybe a little bit juicier.
It also makes the hand less likely to be right for a takeout, though.
True. And
Right.
But don't take that logic too far. Lengthen the opponent's suit also makes it more likely that there's a stack of your trumps on your left. So, yeah, it's more likely you're going to hit partner with a few cards here, but it's, it's also your left-hand opponent might also be short in, let's say, hearts. So, caveat emptor. I would overcall a spade on this hand, and yeah,
Red, white.
Yeah, I know the colors are for children. No, I think it's fine. I mean, you got
Opposite of best hand. I don't know.
I want a spade lead.
This is going to be a nice swing for Rodwell and Simpson here. The other team stopped in 3. It looked like they're on their path to making 4 here. I guess.
Did Zach not overcall a spade?
I can tell you right now. Probably not, though, right? You would guess if they did, they would probably see something similar, eh?
Hard to imagine East not hitting.
He did overcall a spade.
Okay.
It was the same auction, pass a heart, a spade.
Oh, and then it went 2-0, some sort of spade raise, and
yeah,
and it went.
But North
clubs,
instead of making a fit jump, cubed, 2 spades.
Oh yeah, they didn't have a fit jump
East,
possibly.
I mean, a fit jump with 3-6. Not everyone likes that.
Not everyone's. Some people require 4-card support for the
especially when your suit is just not that great. Ace 10 9,
and you're opposite a third seat opener.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about I do talk a little funny. Shebang is basically when you can't think of a word to say, you just throw it out there. So that's all that means.
It's like a Gefleugel.
Yeah.
And the Glaven.
The shebang, and then you shabat over to the other side, and
10 tricks. Nice little pickup there.
10 for Simpson. Now we're closer.
See, Adam, that's why you overcall a 4-card suit, red, white, opposite a passed hand. Sometimes you just have to
play a vulnerable game.
I guess the East hand is questionable bidding game at all anyway, right? It was like a 7 count, 5-4-2-2.
It was a 7 count.
That's an ugly 13 count too, right now on Doug's hand. But they're probably going to play some game here. Well, 13-16, no trump.
He has 14. They play 14-16.
Oh, sorry, that is 14. Well, it's an ugly 14. Yeah, 14-16.
Yeah, he was just following the law. That was the very first bridge book I ever bought, like as an absolute beginner, like didn't know what Stamen was or nothing. I bought
you went right
the
to the
law of total tricks, like the law of total tricks. I played like one hand of bridge with 3 strangers with no information about the game. Like I knew it was a card game and that was it. And I looked at it and I said, this game looks really cool. What can I read to learn more about this game? And the guy said, you should buy 2 books. Common Sense Bidding by Bill Root. 16-18, no trumps, no transfers, no nothing. And The Law of Total Tricks. And looking back on it now, like that is shockingly bad advice. Like I can't even believe I started. Good Lord.
So this 2-no trump here is a transfer to clubs.
They played. Yeah.
They
These are
these
transfers over transfers. Yeah, it's
game,
very popular.
game forcing with at least 4 clubs.
Okay, so this is the standard kind of if a standard bidder would bid 2 hearts and then they would bid 3 clubs to show an unbalanced kind of hand with 5 spades. So this is kind of the more modern.
Everything is
method,
better with transfers.
We talked a lot about 1-no, 2-no being puppet stamen these days as well, and how much more of an advantage that is.
It's quite popular.
Directing
it
and
gives the opponents less opportunities to double, and it lets you fit in
fewer opportunities.
Nope.
Yeah.
This is a math stream.
So English is off the table with my shebang.
Adam, honestly, I think the opponents at my table have so many opportunities to double it might not even be countable.
So I have an update in the Leibowitz penalty area. Someone texted me. I have no idea who it is, but I know I gave them my number, so it's somebody amazing. It was a slow penalty for the Simpson team because Doug and Eric were slow, but there were actually offsetting late arrival penalties. So at the table we were waiting for, both one side from each pair arrived late, and they haven't posted any penalties because they just offset each other. So
interesting.
There's some thrust behind a grammar stream now, but let's stick to bridge this time, guys. We'll have math and grammar streams on different days.
Then I know this came up a couple times yesterday in the stream I was watching, and there was a lot of confusion about it. So I want to say, if all of the advantages of playing transfers generally apply to playing secondary transfers here, like transfer and then transfer again, all of them still apply. However, we were talking about ripple effects earlier. What do you do when you have an invitational hand with 5 spades? You can't transfer to spades and bid no trump anymore. You have to have another way to show that. Right. And the way that most people do it is those hands start with stamen and then bid 2 spades over whatever partner does.
Yes, exactly.
Which has to show exactly that, and has some cool advantages. Sometimes you get to play 2 spades
when the other teams are playing 3, exactly, and that could.
And in fact, and that was exactly the situation we were talking about. The team I was watching had the auction 1-no trump, 2 clubs, 2 of a red suit, 2 spades, showing the invite with 5, and opener passed it. At the other table, they were forced to the 3 level to show an invitational
more
sequence.
Traditional auction, right? And
on that sequence, the person kind of shrugged and bid 4 because they felt. And there's more stuff to it too. So don't just go to your favorite partner tomorrow and say Greg said to play transfers over transfers, because there's more to it. You're going to get yourself in some gross situations, but it's good. It's good and it's common.
A lot of people think that the benefit of transfers is having the strong opener play the hand. And that's a side benefit. It's about saving room and being able to make the same bid with a lot of different types of hands.
And also, sorry to interrupt, Adam. We did have a little lag on my internet connection here, I believe, and that's why you might have seen a little lag. But I think we're back at it, and I didn't mean to interrupt, Adam. I just wanted to tell people.
No, that's fine. You know, the idea is that when partner opens a no trump and I bid 2 hearts showing spades, I could have a weak hand, I could have an invitational hand, I could have a game forcing hand, could have a slam going hand, and they all start with the same bid because it's a forcing bid. Whereas before transfers, you had to bid 2 spades to play and 3 spades with a game forcing hand, and there was nothing to bid with an invitational hand. That's the beauty of transfers. Is it lets you make the same bid with lots of different types of hands, conserves space.
It's one of the reasons that playing transfer responses to 1 club is quite popular in some parts of the world. You save some space. There's lots of good reasons.
I'm lobbying the ACBL Conventions Committee to allow transfer opening bids.
They're having
transfer opening.
They're having some problem, maybe they're not having a problem. He's keycarding in hearts. He believes that's where we've gotten to here.
Oh boy,
card in hearts.
You never want your alerts to say maybe.
I believe exactly, or I think.
Yeah, what is
so? This
here?
Could
less chat, more bridge, I guess.
I thought you were reading something from the chat, by the way. I'm glad you weren't.
3 clubs should show a club fit. Right, and 3 hearts is natural.
3 hearts is just
the emphasis on the diamond suit.
Yeah.
Right. I would think 4 diamonds would be key card for clubs, but
I mean but he would have alerted it that way though, Adam. I think.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the four diamond bid is confusing me.
Right. So either he hasn't alerted something that he was supposed to, or he thinks it's just. I mean, the question is, what the heck does he think four spades is?
Right. I mean, Eric obviously thinks that it's like, I love hearts, right? Because he's known to have only two spades, or he would have, chosen spades.
Maybe he thinks four diamonds is something that it isn't also, right? And the other room, you can see they played five clubs making.
Right. I mean, remember this whole auction is West has showed five spades, four clubs, and three hearts. So West has pinpointed short diamonds in his hand, which is a main feature. He's looking for slam. And four diamonds over that. They've already showed a club fit, right? This three club bid. You would only make that bid if you have a fit.
That's what
That's
Adam
another
was saying,
difference.
Right. And it denies three spades.
Denies spades, shows a club fit, and so forth. So four diamonds to me sounds like a Q bid in support of clubs.
Or like a bloomer.
Or you were thinking hearts, like maybe East is showing five hearts. We backed into a heart.
Well, that's what I was maybe thinking is going wrong. Maybe Eric thinks that righty it does have five hearts for some reason.
That's playing East to be 2-5-4-2, which is possible, right? Or 2-5-2-4.
Someone's saying in the chat that it's not necessarily true. You could bid three clubs to let partner finish patterning.
I mean, I think accepting the secondary transfer has got to show a fit because normally you just bid 3-0 otherwise.
At least three of them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's see. They're definitely struggling. I mean,
that's certainly how I've always played it. I have no doubt there's more than one way to play these things.
Right.
But when
the second transfer only shows four.
Yeah.
Four clubs here.
So let's get a little read. He definitely doesn't think this is key card for hearts, right? Because he's shown.
No, he wouldn't. He would have alerted his five club bid.
Yeah, exactly. So he's.
What is he? What is?
Oh no, this has gone really wrong. He did think he had five hearts. I think that's exactly what's happening here, right?
Well, at least East is going to know not to sit for this
because he knows partner only has three hearts.
He knows that partner has 9 cards in the black suits, but
does he pull the 6 spades or 6 no though? Or
neither of them are going to play very well.
No shebang.
Sorry, neither of them is going to play very well.
Ooh, back to the grammar cast.
Before Adam jumps down my throat about.
Adam is a writer. He's a very talented writer, so we know that.
Well, he's a writer.
I think Al's right. I was joking about the bloomer. If a bloomer is a bid that says, I like my hand opposite your singleton. Like if you have a singleton, I like it. It's like the inverse of a splinter. But here, if he's really liked their hand for clubs.
Oh, wow. There we go. I mean, he probably picked the right strain here, though. He gets the 7 clubs, and he's going to go down 1, it looks like.
Well, and it's also...
He's off 2 aces. He's going down.
Sorry, 7 clubs. Excuse me. He's in
Corbell
7.
has had enough. Corbell has had it with his auction.
Yeah, he figures... I think I can take one trick here.
4 diamonds, to me, looks very much like pick strain somehow, right? Like if he's really liked hearts, they would bid 4 hearts. If they really liked clubs, they would bid clubs. If they had a good diamond stopper.
That's a good question by Adam. Are you leading a trump or are you leading an ace?
I would lead the ace of spades because I know it's cashing.
Yeah, you know that righty opened a no trump and lefty transferred, so this is a trick you're gonna get.
And again, I've thought about this lead problem for about 2 seconds, and I'm defending a doubled grand, and I have a card in my hand that makes me go plus. And if you tell me, oh, but you could have gotten 500,
you're not going to do the Bobby Levin and get out the right card and go for the gusto. No, thanks.
No,
Same. I can't. No.
I would at least sit there and put a little bit of thought into it, but I've got a card in my hand that gets me a plus score against doubled grand. It's probably face up on the table.
All right, let's see. There it is. And did not.
All right.
Didn't take him long to double. Didn't take him much longer to leave the ace of spades. And this is going to be a beautiful, tasty result for north-south here.
Oh yeah, and he's going to see that single to diamond and yum yum yum.
Yum. Plus 500. How much is 1100, guys?
15.
It's a lot.
I haven't memorized that part of the imp scale. I try not to need it.
Dana claims to know everything, but I disagree.
15 from Mount Vesuvius, 729. That is Adam Kaplan.
Adam Kaplan knows all.
In the chat.
I it was
And
either you
a
or
wish
Dana,
trick.
Adam.
Wish trick.
Ugh, hating that. Shaking their heads, I'm sure. And 11 total tricks for Declare. It will usually be good unless you're in 7 doubled. 15 imps for Lebowitz. And now it is 28.25. Exactly.
Simpson's wish is to not be in that contract. Yeah. Welcome, Adam Kaplan.
Yes, thank you. In fact, we will see Adam later on today for the final run for all the marbles with young Finn Kolesnik. And gentlemen, I've told many people this, but not this effusively. You have carte blanche anytime you want to join. Virtually, otherwise, I'm going to send you every link I have. So anytime you guys want to come in, you come in.
That sounds great.
And also notice behind Adam, Swan Games, brand new bridge platform, offers ACBL Master Points. Where are you guys? Get on that platform. Start playing some bridge.
Yeah. Great daily robot tournament.
I like the robots. Not really, but...
Our robots are a little better. They're still crazy.
You gonna hop in with a preempt here with Doug's hand? Does it meet requirements? Good shape, short spades. Suit quality could be better. Is the 10 enough for you?
I have to bid 3 diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think I'm not. Corbell now has a splinter, some sort of splinter, right? We would bid 3 diamonds here.
That's nice to have in because it's the reverse would be
jump reverse.
2 diamonds. So.
And so that's a splinter that's not game forcing.
And he chose 3 spades actually here. Maybe they don't have the ability.
I remember whenever you have a bid that's natural and forcing,
you don't need a second one.
You don't need another one. So you don't need a 3 diamond jump shift because 2 diamonds is a reverse.
Right. So Greg,
it should mean something else.
Right. We play 4 diamonds there to show a void. And so 3 diamonds
you had the 2 tiers.
Is a singleton. It could be weak enough that I'm willing to pass if you bid 3 spades, but it could be extras.
3 diamonds. 3 diamonds might be a void that isn't game forcing, but 4 diamonds is definitely
sure. You've opened like an off shape, like 9 or 10 count or something like that. One and Evans.
I don't know why he didn't. Why didn't splinter?
Why not splinter?
Is it possible they don't have 3 diamonds as a method? Would they ever use that for something else?
Well, some people use it as the Bridge World Death Hand, where you have like 6 card in your suit and 3 card support for partner or something. But that gets you past 3 cards here. Yeah, some people do use it for something else. That jump reverse.
This one's going to be a nice quick line here.
Well, I can tell you that there's nothing in their system notes about it. Sorry, in their system summary, because their system summary is about 50 words long, and most of it is jokes about Zia psyching.
I think we should post that to Bridge Winners. The agreement. Zia does what Zia does, and that is our agreement structure. He may lead weird. He may bid weird, but
it also says we lead high or high-ish from weak holdings. What is this card?
Yeah, Amy, I would suggest definitely don't unlearn to deal with the robots, but you know.
Unlearn. Well, we were talking about Bill Root and amazing books, great writer, great teacher,
but most legendary teachers of bridge in history. But
incredible teacher.
Don't read a bidding book from more than 10 years ago.
Right. 16, 18, no trumps, no transfers. It's like, you know, I say when that was my foundation, and then I went to the club, and I walked into the 49er club in Northern California, and I was like, hey, I don't know anything about this game, but I read a book, and I want a partner. And the guy running the club was like, hey, well, that guy's partner just died. Why don't you go sit down over there? Dude,
just died? Like,
not
were
like
they wheeling him out there?
No, not like that day, but he was there, and you know the guy was as old as time, and we played together for a while. A lot. Yeah, and then so then what happened was my wife bought me for my birthday bought me a playing lesson with the guy who ran the 49er club. So we went to the Santa Clara Regional, and he was like, hey, I have 9,000 master points, so we're going to have to play like AX pairs. And I was like, okay, well, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm here to learn.
What the heck are you talking about? What's AX?
I don't mind getting smoked. And so we played a 2-session AX pairs and had a 66 and a 64. And we won the 2-session open pairs at Santa Clara, and so I got like 37 gold points for this, and was booted
some of your first master points.
Well, no, it was just enough that I was booted from the 49er club, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like, it was a disaster. It was like the worst playing lesson
His
ever.
Source of income just went bye after one session, 2 sessions. Looks like he's doing well here, and he's just gonna lose the
playing story.
2 spades of diamond, and he's gonna get to rough the jack of clubs or whatever. The jack of clubs is just gonna be good.
Yeah,
easy game.
Could he beat in this though? I
think can he get to partner for a heart rough?
No, I guess not.
Let's take a quick look at the frequency there just to check it out. No, it looks like it's pretty sad. Somebody playing 3 clubs doubled.
No, I mean, he only has to play 1 round of trumps to stop the heart rough from happening.
Because it's ace king third.
So heart, he wins it, plays a trump. The guy plays another heart.
Oops, sorry, I'm off that board there.
He wins that.
And let me give you the full.
But now if he plays another trump, he plays a diamond over to his partner and gets a heart rough with the 4.
Right.
So it could be.
So why does that not work?
It might. Just people didn't actually get it right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm cheating and looking at the double dummy results.
That's good. I'm going to get us back to the table, actually.
Oh, actually, excuse me. It does work. After the initial heart lead, Zia had to not play a trump
at all.
He had to play a diamond to sever the
communication for the rough. There it is.
I wonder why playing a second diamond, like playing a diamond after
a scissor coup.
Yeah, that's the other kind of coup we know about.
Listen to Ewan here. His first event was the NAP Flight B qualifier for 40 gold. That's pretty good.
Charlottesville. That's where I live.
Did you end up doing well in the nationals there, Ewan? How'd you end up at the final event?
Why does this not?
2 spades past 2 no. 2 no is some sort of just asking about the quality of this 2 spade bid. 3 diamonds, I would guess, is I have a bad hand. I don't have 4 hearts.
I don't on the previous hand. I don't immediately see why, if he plays 1 round of trumps, wins the heart continuation, and now plays a diamond, why that's not good enough.
That's too bad, Ewan. You couldn't go. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting hand. Oh no, USCIS.
Actually, all of us had quite a few friends that had to go through that process, marrying international spouses.
I'm doing it now.
You are? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're married Canadian?
Look at 4 hearts north south.
4 hearts? Canadian? No, she's England.
Actually, yeah, Adam. What is the problem with that contract?
I mean, 4 hearts is real good.
I think the problem is that North South didn't take a call.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That 2-no trump is like almost a psych.
At the other table, it went 2 spades, 4 spades. So they are currently playing 4 spades now.
Right.
That doesn't look like I was going to make.
No, that either.
Whoa.
Whoa. What happened?
He disappeared.
We lost the table.
That was my bad. Sorry, gentlemen. You back?
Yep.
At least it was an empty browser window.
Yeah. Don't bring up Rob's browser.
Just have your antivirus running. That's all I say.
If you really want to get banned from Twitch, that's the way to do it.
I remember, I think the first night I met you, Greg, someone handed you John Cranach's computer, and you refused to touch it, actually. You just said, look, I'm pretty sure I'm going to catch a.
I'm gonna get a virus
I
from
mean,
the dirt. I want to. God, I'm really interested in
Math
this
and
hand.
English. Yes, we know.
No, no. The previous hand. I want to load it up into like deep finesse.
Pop it in there, and we can always go back and see what you find afterwards as well. 8 tricks. -50, probably going to be a slight swing depending on how well they're going to do in 4 spades. I guess
That's, they're probably down 2.
Yeah, it seems like it's probably going to be okay. The double dummy has them destined to go down 1 without looking too closely, but that's just seeing all the cards. We'll see in a second. Very closely matched speed-wise in this match. Almost on top of each other now. Juster Nickel, 148, 147 Juster. 1 imp with 2 boards left to compare there. Who would have thought that might be the match? That's the one we're going to be sweating the most in the last set.
This looks like pass, 2-no trump. I think they play it like 19 to 21. Oh,
whoa,
okay,
2 hearts in there. So they're going to just play 4 hearts.
Right. Jack 10, 9, 6, second seat red.
I'm not a bidder there, guys, but I don't know your style.
I mean, I literally wrote the book on preempts.
That is not Adam's style. I'll tell you what. That's not my style either.
So easy 4-heart bid for Eric, though. My goodness.
Second seat, more disciplined. Red, more disciplined.
More disciplined, right? So this is a shocker when you see this hand. If you're, I mean, right. At least it is for me.
So Al has confirmed on that previous one where we thought Dan might have splintered that Zia plays that jump reverse as a single suitor game force.
Okay, yeah. So that's how he shows his good suit and just one way to play there. Interesting. So they were deprived.
So like instead of rebidding 3-no with that, which a lot of people.
Right. Do. So that's a Zia-ism.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, we knew it had to be something, right? Because it's kind of clear to communicate that shape with the south end. Man, what a pleasure it is to talk to you guys about bridge. What a good first 2 sessions. Loving this. Loving the action in the chat.
3 aces. Like this. Yeah, this looks very boring.
Well, this
terrible
is
match point result.
Yeah.
Not a terrible.
Amy, you're still in New York, right? I'm pretty sure this is the same Amy I'm thinking of in New York.
An old flame?
No, I mean, only if I were very lucky.
All right, this is boring.
Oh,
other table is South Open 1 spade, guys, at the other table. So, not the 2 heart bid we were expecting, but 1 spade.
The answer on that previous hand is simpler than I thought.
Okay.
If you give them a chance to clear the heart suit, and then you try to play the scissor coup, East can just overtake the diamond and give the rough. So there's just like nothing going on.
You have to do it immediately.
You have to do it immediately before the heart suit's been cleared.
Right. That's the whole point of the scissor coup.
Indeed.
Now, this looks like a 2 spade opening.
Yeah, really. And the other table is having a little different auction here. They're probably
Adam. Would you open this hand 2 spades red second seat?
I would, by the way, but I want to hear what Adam would do.
It's close. The 9-8-7 make it pretty close.
Greg, okay. You?
I would like to. I think it's a good idea. I fear Adam's wrath with these preempts.
Adam is like the nicest guy. He's never.
No, I don't mean his vitriol. I just like honestly
his inner wrath.
I think that your chosen preempt style is less important than having the same style as your partner, whatever
or at least
it is.
Knowing what to expect from your partner.
Yes, having an idea.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it can be it can be different. Although, yeah,
but it's we can have an consistent as a player though too. Be consistent with your range. You can't be all over the place because
you don't want to be.
Someone's like you don't have disciplined preempts. I'm like, yes, I do. I'm very disciplined within the expectation.
Correct. When I should be. Right.
Vulnerability, right? I don't preempt bad suits vulnerable.
Interesting choice to balance with a double here, right? by the East player after. I mean, it's not totally clear, or am I wrong on that? Like,
Yeah, I think you have to do it.
just
Like
when you're short spades, you just want to be in there basically with this.
yeah, you're a maximum passed hand, and North didn't move, and partner could have a trap pass, and
Right. North didn't raise, so partner's got a few spades. North didn't try for game. So
Right,
partner
so
probably has
there's-
something. You just can't let him steal from you.
Gotcha. So this is just more of a hey, I know they're likely to be being aggressive here. I'm just going to make sure I don't miss out on a possibility of partner doing something.
Right. And this
who knows Levin's all, presumably.
And this is going to show invitational with hearts.
Seems
well,
less necessary when partners
is a past hand. Yeah.
I don't know I don't know that this is Lebensol.
Let's see what 2-0 was.
But it must be because he didn't bid heart.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a bet. I mean, normally I would think that this 2-0 followed by pulling to hearts shows a like a really bad hand with hearts.
But couldn't he have done that? Oh no, you're right. Yeah, it should be, right?
But
he's just not interested in game.
Yeah, and he knows partner's a past hand, so he can show any sort of bag of garbage.
He's treating this as like, I'm bidding hearts, and please don't bid on because you're a past hand. So
right, if he's were not a past
safe.
hand, it'd be a 3 heart bid showing value.
That makes sense.
And these players play lower of touching honors on the lead, so that's what they're doing here.
Yeah.
Very funny auction at the other table. In the previous hand. In fact, there's not much to this, is there, guys? We're just going to see.
Got 3 losers in the major.
2 diamond loser.
Club a diamond. I mean, he's not making.
He's not.
Right.
Why not? Can you lead a diamond to the 10?
Oh, I guess with
Could
3.
make that
Yeah,
work.
if you get diamonds right. Yeah.
Let's dip in for a second to maybe what's happening over here for a second. We'll come back to this real quick. Look at this
I want to
difference.
see it.
Oh.
I promise you'll get to see it, Adam.
Whoa.
1 spade, double 2 hearts. Obviously, the 2 hearts are raise of spades in some way, but
Yeah. Constructive raise. Yeah, it's easier when you're a past hand.
I like the 1 spade opening by South here. I can get behind that in this sort of way. What do you guys think?
I mean, you do want a spade lead. You take away the heart suit, which is nice. Like you have a heart void.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, here we're talking about opposite of past partner, so you're in
Yes.
third seat. So you're not worried about getting partner too excited.
So Al's saying in the chat there's another penalty for Simpson, another slow play penalty. Or sorry, it's not noted as a slow play. It's just another sort of penalty. So we'll get some details for you. Right. And we'll probably see it.
I mean, it's really interesting because like there's 15 minutes left in the round. One table is done, and the other table is on board 29.
Yeah, what's the slow play? It's not slow play. It's something else. There's some sort of penalty.
But I know Al says another.
Al says it's another slow play.
Could be from a previous set.
Naughty says 1 spade is illegal in the UK.
Why?
Why is it illegal?
Is it under a certain point threshold in the UK? What's up with that? That seems weird.
I mean, you're certainly allowed to psych in the UK, aren't you?
They don't have. Yeah, it's not like they have an agreement that this is a standard 1 spade opener. I mean, obviously, if you do this often enough, partner might start. You have to have 9 high card points to open at the 1 level.
Interesting.
But is that a 9 high card points by agreement, or just like if you don't have 9 high card points, you may not put a 1 level bid on the table?
Right, because this would meet the definition
They're
of
finding
psych.
4 hearts here. This is not going to be a problem for Zach. There it is. Yeah, so
definitely a psych, but a psych with a purpose.
Right, a psych that's not necessarily opening.
It's not like we're down
with
50. We're down 50 imps. We better do something crazy.
Right, he didn't open a heart. He opened a spade.
Do you remember that one trials match? I believe it was a trials match where it was the young guys. It was one back when they were young. Joel and Johnny, Kevin and Diamond, I guess, or not Diamond. Kevin and
which Kevin?
Kevin Bathurst was playing with the sponsor, who I just never remember his name, and it was also Zagoran, thank you, and J Law and Joe. They were up so huge in the last set, and I can't remember who they were playing, but it was essentially the fireman team. Or this was definitely the Zagoran team, but the other team essentially psyched on every other board. Like they were down so much, that was their only chance, and it was a weird ethical discussion after that, just about like how crazy that got and how far you'll go for a comeback, you know.
Right. And like,
right, and if you're psyching on more or less every hand,
it becomes kind of an agreement at some point, right?
yeah.
right. And like, do you say something before the set to your partner, like, we're going crazy here?
I don't think you can, right? That can't
No,
be a
you definitely
conversation that
can't.
can ever happen, but you know.
No, but
You
if you
can-
have like that general agreement that we go crazy when we're down 80 imps,
It can, yeah, that can be.
yeah, I don't know.
That stuff.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, it was the only time I ever saw it happen, and I thought it was interesting. It didn't end up having a material effect. They still won by a lot, but
Fascinating. So Naughty was saying that the director would pull the bid, would just say like, this bid's illegal. You may not make it.
really,
Full stop.
And Frank points out, like in the U.S., you can't open a no trump like with a small singleton.
with a small singleton, but you can open 2-0 with any singleton, right?
Right.
So,
And I think that includes a psych, but I'm not sure.
Really?
Maybe I don't know.
I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of the legal minutia of this, but my understanding was that you can't open it with a small singleton when it's within range, but if you're
Right.
psyching a no trump with your like
then
7 spades to the jack
Right.
and out,
now
like,
it's now it's just a psych, basically.
yeah, I have a
Yeah.
that's just
Right.
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah,
After
but like
partner
you're
opens
not
on
allowed to
singleton.
psych artificial bids like 2 clubs.
Right, or one club, strong club.
Huh. You can never open one no trump with a small singleton, even as a psych.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Okay.
So whatever, this is not going to make, right? This is going to go down. Well, it's going to go down 1 or 2 based on how they guess diamonds, right?
I am not a big yes, and I am not a big fan of regulations that prohibit
It's same.
psychic
Yeah.
bids. I don't like I'm not a fan of bids that create randomness for its own destructive sake. I think that game is not playable.
Yeah.
But when it goes pass to me and I'm white red in 3rd seat and I have like a 2 count and a long suit, I want to be able to do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah, you paid your
Because I
entry fee.
want to take the bid that I think is most likely to lead to a good result for our side.
Yeah. And you should be
Not
able to do
through whatever it is. And if they're not going to let me open a spade on this hand, I'm not going to play in that jurisdiction, I guess. I don't
All
know.
right, folks, that is it for us. That's the last board. Greg, Adam, I can't thank you both enough. What a great 2 sessions, and I hope to see you both again. I'll be in touch shortly with my pleas for help for the next few sessions
Sure.
of this event. I will be off on the YouTube channel next time. Ewan's going to take over for this one, and we look forward to that. You'll see that on Twitch, and I've put that link in the YouTube chat for you at least to find it, and then we'll be back for the final session on both platforms, YouTube and Twitch. Greg Humphreys, Adam Parrish, national champions, amazing analyzers and commentators. I know you all agree. Thanks for joining, and we'll see
Thanks
you
for
again
being
soon,
here,
guys.
everybody. Rob and Greg, thanks.
Later, gentlemen, and later to all